Hello, dear friends, dear viewers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will continue studying and analyzing the games of Ashot Anastasian. Let's start. The very first game, Anastasian with the white pieces 2588 was facing Peter Leko 2739 FIDE World Championship knockout 2001. Yes. And bishop e2 b5, black does not have any problems. Black is even much better. White is of course threatening to take on c6 and then to capture on e5. Bishop g8, rook d2, doubling the rooks along d file. And here Leko went e4. Nowadays computers are suggesting g4, h takes, f takes, knight e1 and bishop a2. And black is much better. Rook d2, e4, knight d4. And starting from here, surprisingly, Leko starts making few inaccuracies and eventually gets very unpleasant position. After knight e5, black is much better again. So knight takes d4, c takes d, f4, and here Anastasian plays the strongest bishop c4. It turns out that f takes c, f3 ideas are not really working. Bishop takes, queen takes, c6, and now d5. Still, black is not that worse. Another inaccuracy by Leko. Let's say after queen c5, if you take, takes, d takes c, b takes c. If you take on e4, then rook e8. And black will capture on e3. So queen c5 was very good attempt for black to play for equality. Takes, takes, bishop takes rook d1. Even here, if black just plays bishop g7 with the ideas rook d7, rook d8, black has all the chances to equalize the game. But instead of playing bishop g7, rook c8, queen b5, and this is already very unpleasant for black. And Anastasian did not give any real chances to his well-known and highly rated player. Yes, if you go bishop f6, then queen takes b6, bishop g7, rook takes g5. Slowly white is activating the bishop on h2. Takes, takes, takes. If you take b takes c, bishop d6 is coming, and now queen b3. Material is even, but black is having much weaker king on h8, bishop h6, king h1. Yes, queen e3 ideas are not working. Bishop e3, I guess bishop d6 finishes the game. Rook g8, queen e6, threatening bishop e5, bishop f4. Rook d7. Yes, now white is also threatening queen g7, rook g7, rook d8, and then bishop e5. Check, queen b2, queen takes e4, rook takes b7. All white's pieces are much active than black's pieces. Queen a8, queen e7, queen a1, rook b6. Again, rook b7, rook d7. Yes, Leko tried playing this Yes, but no chances. Yes, and here Federleko resigned. After bishop b5, black, so bishop g8 was correct, but after rook d2, yes, first black could play g4 and then h takes, f takes, and eventually bishop takes a2. Even after e4, knight d4, just knight d5, black is having better position, but after knight d4, c takes df4, bishop c4, Anastasian slowly outplayed his much higher rated and well-known opponent. Let's continue and let me show you this game. Anastasian with the black pieces 25-87 against Das Nilotpal, FIDE World Championship 2004. e4, c6, d4, d5, knight d2, d takes, knight takes, knight d7. Nowadays, knight f6 is very popular. Of course, always bishop f5 has been there. Knight d7 with the ideas to go knight g8, f6, bishop c4, knight f6, knight g5, e6, queen e2, knight b6, bishop b3. Here, if queen captures the pawn, then knight f3 and then knight e5 is coming. Black cannot defend, protect on f7 in a convenient way. And here we do have two games. So another well-known game, Mikhail Tal played against Tigran Petrosyan, 1973. Yes, Anastasian played h6, moving the knight away. Back then, Petrosyan played a5. And here computers are showing c2, c3. Tal played a4, h6, c5. And here bishop e3 maybe would have been slightly more precise. Bishop f4, bishop d6. Bishop e5 short castle. Already black is slightly better. But no doubts, a4, bishop f4, bishop e5, and some following moves Tal played with one intention to slowly build up some attack on king side. Long castle. Yes, and here you can pause the video, black to play. How would you continue? No doubts, Tal saw the following move of Petrosyan. Yes. Ready? c4. Bishop c4, knight a4. Black is much better. Black is already close to winning because white does not have enough forces, enough attack, and black is already threatening white's king on c1. So this, g4, a4, g5, and here Petrosyan captured the pawn on g5. Computer says after knight fd5, black is close to winning. And now this, bishop, yes, knight b d5, and black is again much better. Here Tal got his chances, but the move I don't think that easy to spot. For example, here c3, a2, king b2, if bishop c3, queen d3, and white is not worse. Of course, white is not better also. So instead of playing c3, rook g1, now a2, knight c4, knight d5. Black is threatening bishop c3, knight e4 by Mikhail Tal. Bishop g7 does not work because of bishop c3 takes, and you don't have any threats. Also, always I can play a2, a1, and move your rook away from g file. So knight e4, f6, bishop f4, bishop a3, and now capturing the free bishop, threatening some bishop b2, and here Mikhail Tal resigned. So let's go back to our game. So in this position, a5 by Petrosian, we see h6 by Anastasian, c5, and once again you can pause the video, black to play. How would you continue? Since you already saw the game Tigran Petrosian played against Mikhail Tal, probably the idea is not that hard to play in this position also. c4, bishop takes, knight takes, and now knight d5, or computer likes a bit more knight d5, but b5 also very natural move. Yes, black is slightly better, and they played another 20-30 moves. Eventually game ended in a draw. Always black, Anastasian had slightly better position, but thus Nilot Pal defended quite well. And the final game for this video, Ashot Anastasian with the white pieces 25-88 is facing Alexei Fyodorov 25-99 FIDE World Championship, Knockout Championship 2001. e4. I think I would say positional masterpiece by Anastasian in this game, slowly outplaying his much higher rated opponent and well-known opponent. 98, 95. Yes, here computer recommends playing 97, probably with the ideas to go c7, c6. Queen d7, attacking the pawn on h3, king, b5 first, and now king h2. Yes, here c6 does not work because of knight b6. Maybe that's the reason why computer wanted to keep the queen on d8 and to play knight e7 with the queen on d8. Knight c8, another typical idea, preparing c6, d4. And now c6 by Fyodorov. The best is to capture here, and now bishop d5, and now knight b6, with some counterplay. No doubt white is still better, but maybe along a file, and also black can put some pressure on e4 pawn, playing knight f6, rook e8. Black has some counterplay. c6, knight e3, otherwise pawn on c4 was under attack. Queen c7, white is also threatening d4, d5, bishop b2. And here computer says knight b6, Fyodorov took, and only in this position he went knight b6, rook a1, rook d8, queen d2, rook c1, queen a5, attacking the knight on b6, queen b4. Yes, knight e4 ideas are not there because of just d5. Bishop on e6 is under attack. Knight on e4 is also hanging. Knight e2. With ideas to get the knight on f4 or maybe on c3. Also having ideas to pose some problems along a1 h8 diagonal. Something like bishop d4 and then queen b2. Knight e4 does not work because of bishop g7. Takes. Rook d2. Knight f4. Knight is ready to jump to d5. Let's play bishop e6. Queen b2. Rook c7. Takes. Of course, rook takes e6. If you take with the pawn, then king is very much exposed, especially these g6 and h6 pawns. Weakness on d6. Good outpost on d5. Black does not have good squares for the knights. h5, stopping some knight g4 ideas. h4, with ideas maybe to play bishop h3. And here in this position, computer says rook d e8. Anyway, black is in pressure, under pressure. Knight e5 by Fyodorov. Queen d4, attacking the knight. f4, takes, and now f5. Yes, black's rook on e6 does not have many squares to go. Otherwise, white would take on d6, and now e5. If you take knight e5, then queen e5, d takes c, rook d8 is coming. Yes, if you take d takes c, then something like queen g4, and along d file, black is facing a lot of difficulties. And now takes, bishop d5, attacking on f7. Yes. Rook f1 is coming. b7 is under attack. If you go rook f8, here in this position, Fyodorov resigned. I like this game very much. Slowly, move by move, step by step, increasing the pressure and not allowing any activity, any counterplay. Thank you very much, dear friends. Hope you liked this video. Please drop your comments under this video. See you in my upcoming videos. Thank you very much.